Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. Today I have the Storyteller Tarot on the tarot table. It's very much a Prince Harry tarot, and I'm looking at an outrageous story, which is why I have the Storyteller Tarot on the tarot table. It comes from a Spanish news source that I've never heard of, but some of you may have, and don't even know how to say it. EDA TV News, and I don't know how reputable it is at all. I know that the Spanish reporting on the royal family is pretty outrageous, is pretty wild, but sometimes little stories sneak through that don't appear in other media and that sometimes have a little grain of truth in them, which is why I'm giving this a little bit of attention on this tarot channel today. This story tells us that Prince William has actually reached out to Harry as a result of the King's delicate health, and that he's decided to take a step towards reconciliation. He's believed to have sent a message to Harry, but this is the outrageous part, in my opinion. Harry hasn't shown immediate interest in resuming contact, as he remains doubtful of the family's intentions. And instead, and this is bracketed and this is my little input, instead he hopped on that Invictus Games private jet and went off to Ukraine, and we're going to look at that in the next reading. But anyway, I'll plow on with this rather scandalous story. It says that the health crisis could be a trigger for a reconciliation that until now seemed unthinkable. It has forced William to reflect on the importance of overcoming family differences and restoring ties with Harry. Now, I wonder who wrote that and sent it to the Spanish news outlet. We're going to ask that question. That's in fact going to be our underlying energy in this reading. Is who's the source of this story? Most implausible, most unlikely, but I'm giving it airtime because of that strange little vision I had yesterday when I was doing the reading on the VE Day celebrations, and I saw a shadowy figure in the background on the balcony, sort of not even on the balcony, but behind those doors, behind those green curtains, the Hazbeen. So that's why I'm looking at this. Is there something going on that I'm not privy to, we're not privy to? Just want to know. So I'm going to do a relationship spread. I'm going to look at the situation since the most recent health scare, the brief hospitalization of the King. He was looking pretty frail in the photos of him meeting the Pope very recently in Italy. So I'm going to do it. The past is going to be around that time, the hospitalization of the King. William and Harry relationship spread. Present is going to be now. One more shuffle. And has William messaged? Has he reached out? Is he thinking of doing such a thing? We'll ask the relationship spread to tell us that outcome. Is there any hint of a thawing in the dynamic? And as I say, underlying energy, we're going to ask a bit of a different spin on underlying energy. It's not underlying energy really. It's who done it. I think that's the energy, is who done it. Who wrote it? And of course, tarot, fun and entertainment, my opinion, speculation, energy reading, disclaimer in the box below. These are quite chunky cards, and we might run out of space. And let's see, a scooch. As ever, scooching. Oh, as ever, I said that word. Oh, that phrase. There we go. She seems to have forgotten it and skipped off to New York while Harry is in Ukraine. Who's looking after the kids? But never mind, I suppose. Does it matter? Queen of Coins in reverse is our underlying energy. Ho, ho, ho. Who has been trying to be a domestic goddess lately, which would be the Queen of Coins upright, trying to mimic Martha Stewart and various other people like that, and also trying to be a bit of an earth goddess type person like the Princess of Wales. Who has been doing that but is in reverse? This is our whodunit card, remember? And we've got the Queen of Coins in reverse. One of the main functions of the Queen of Coins in tarot is the wife. So I think that answers our questions, in my opinion. Anyway, so let's look at the relationship spread. William and Harry, William, Harry, William, Harry, past, present, future. William and Harry around the time of the king's hospitalization. Did anything shift in the dynamic? Did William suddenly think, oh, I need to reach out to the Hazbeen? So we have the page of scepters, and scepters in this tarot are wands, right? And you know, all these tarots have their own way of doing things. In the poor old ancient tarot reader has to try and remember what everything means. Luckily, upstairs remembers or knows what everything means. Downstairs, not so much. But the page of wands is communication. It's messaging. Take that with a grain of salt, or smelling salts even. There is something going on. There is something going on. I don't like what's going on. I said that yesterday. I don't like what's going on, but something is going on. Harry has the 3 of hearts in reverse, which is I'm not broken-hearted. Sorry, I'm not playing ball. You're not my friend. Upright 3 of hearts as friends, happy, emotionally connected, celebrating. It's in reverse. So I'm getting standoffish. I'm getting that actually there might have been a message. I don't think it was a do come back and be a working member of the royal family. I miss you. I think it's more news, and you need to pay attention to what's going on, because of course, let's run through it. How many times Harry has missed last opportunities with very close family members, including, first of all, Mummy Diana. Didn't want to take the call, too busy playing. No more Mummy Diana. Prince Philip, no, I'm going to do Oprah interview. And the late Queen, no, don't want to go to Balmoral for summer holidays. Writing book, recording Netflix documentary, no more Queen. It's happened 3 times before. And I think that if there's been messaging, I think that's the messaging. I think it's you need to actually show up, and you need to actually do something. This is me reading energy and expressing my opinion, and this is very much my opinion. But no, all in a huff, we're not friends, don't like you, who do you think you are kind of energy, and that's 3 of hearts in reverse. So let's look at now. William's intentions now. What's going on? It's the King of Scepters in reverse. This is where he is in Judgment. King of Scepters, King of Wands, of course. William often comes across like this. The King of Wands, I'll call it Wands because then we all know what we're talking about. But I don't think it's his energy that's showing up here, because you can see the red tail on this creature, this sort of, what are those things, half man, half horse, can't think. And normally Harry energy, when you get that red-headed, fiery energy and it's in reverse, that's you're behaving badly and you're going to be judged. Judgment has inherent in it forgiveness and second chances. Awakening, realizing something. Prince William wants Harry to wake up. He wants him to realize something. If Harry misses this, whatever this is, and I get chills when I say that, Harry is not going to be able to survive it emotionally, I don't think. And I think that's what Prince William thinks as well. As I say, this isn't I miss you, darling brother, please come back. This is more serious than that. And this article, of course, alluded to the circumstances and why Prince William might send a message. But of course there has been, no, I don't trust you. I don't believe you. I'm going off to Ukraine. We've heard this all before. We heard this when Prince Philip was on his last, and the Parkles were told, and no, you're just trying to stop us from doing Netflix. And then the end. It's telling me that kind of scenario in there. What's the Hazbeen up to? He's got the King of Hearts, that's the King of Cups, and he's got the Ace of Spikes, Ace of Swords in reverse. Tells me he doesn't believe it. He truly doesn't believe whatever he's hearing about from Prince William, King of Hearts. They're each getting kings. The two brothers are representing as kings in this reading. Harry in reverse, King of Wands in reverse, the brat, the ginger brat, as he's famously known on YouTube, and Prince William is the King of Hearts upright. Now, the King of Hearts is loyal, is compassionate, devoted, mastered his emotions, so wouldn't feel the need for vengeance or anger or any of those horrible things. Would see the bigger picture and would intuitively know that now is a time to do something before it's too late. Whereas the King of Wands in reverse, hot-headed, irascible, charging all over the place. As I say, charged off to Ukraine instead of sticking around, maybe to spend some time with Pa. It's making me upset, this now. Ace of Spikes in reverse, so that's Prince William's energy and also father's energy, King Charles. Ace of Spikes is truth-telling, declaration, is a messaging, is a pronouncement, but it's in reverse, tells me Harry doesn't believe it. And again, I need the smelling salts, because how anyone can be so dumb. He was described by Piers Morgan. I was going to reference this in my next reading, but when this Ukraine news broke and everyone was aghast at how hypocritical and ill-considered the whole adventure was, Piers Morgan described Harry as dumb as a rock. And I'm going to go with that expression here in this reading. I'm getting dumb as a rock. Just doesn't see what he needs to see. Awakening card here, because he sees what he wants to see. And perhaps what he's been coached to see by the Queen of Coins in reverse. So what's going on between the two brothers? I'm finding this reading quite painful to work my way through. Hanged Man in reverse and Temperance. All the signaling of reconciliation is in here. Not for the reasons that would be, do come back, have Windsor Castle, I'll share the throne with you, I'll give you half the Duchy of Cornwall, and your wife can be made Queen of the Universe, Queen of the Night, more like. But no, this is reconciliation, this is healing for the sake of family, for the sake of Pa. The one and only reason that this is happening in my mind. So Hanged Man in reverse is come down from your tree. See things differently. Stop being in this victim mindset. Stop it. Come down from that tree. Get a new idea about things. See things differently. Open your eyes. Stop being full of self-pity. Stop feeling that you're being the one hung out to dry and punished and sacrificed. And just come to us. Move. The Hanged Man in reverse is movement, is action after inertia. And then we get the Temperance card, which is the healing and the balance and the harmony and the seeing different sides, but allowing everybody to have their own points of view and blending them, and harmoniously, it's peacemaking. It's all coming from Prince William. That, note the energy here, the color of the cards, and then see how different this down here is. This is all William. What's going to happen? Prince William, it's my opinion, of course, justice. Justice, all right. Harry, Seven of Scepters, Seven of Wands in reverse. You see, William's doing the right thing. That's justice. Justice justice is fair and impartial and even. It's even-handed. Literally, you can see how even-handed it is in that picture. And so William is doing all the right things. William has the right, the moral high ground. He will know ultimately that he was fair in his handling of the spare, and he will have right with him. He's got the law with him. He's got divine right with him. He knows. It's very kingly, this energy of this justice card, because it means he stepped into his higher embodiment as king, that he's become something more than just a brother who's been betrayed. And he's risen above that, and he's become higher. It's karma, it's good karma, it's sowing good karma, it's doing all the right things. He will be regarded as being fair. In his own heart and in his own soul, he will know that he's done all he could. This one, on the other hand, has got the 7 of Wands in reverse. And this is someone who is in a position that's indefensible. And this is exactly what Prince William is trying to avoid right now. Whether he actually sent a message or couriers, got couriers on the mind, on the brain at the moment. Courtiers are being sent, or messages are being sent through someone like the Duke of Westminster or Uncle Charles or whoever, Spencer's cousins. No longer Eugenie, because she's been iced out apparently. But messaging going through, you need to make peace with your father. Otherwise you will regret it. This is regretting it. Upright, this card is all about being in a defensive position, but a very strong defensive position, and being in the right. So that you can stand your ground and say, I did the right thing. I'm standing for what I believe, and I know I'm right. And whoever's coming to get me in the wrong, it's in reverse. So Harry is going to be vulnerable, weak, defeated, ashamed, having no recourse, having nothing, no excuse. So it's a bit chilling. I thought this would be a rather frivolous reading from I don't know, but I suspect a frivolous news source. I have no idea if it's the most serious news source in Spain or wherever that's Spanish speaking. I do apologize, but yeah, it's had a little bit of a story in there from the storyteller tarot, and a rather chilling one for Harry if he doesn't wake up. That's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.